Everybody, welcome aboard. Happy Monday. It's good to see you all. I hope you're doing well. I was told that it's snowing in Seattle, and there may be some people losing their mind. I don't know if it's snowing that bad. Hang on. Yeah. I don't know if it's snowing that bad, but yeah, it's snowing. So so GA Monday is going to be GA-ish Monday tonight. I saw the weather up in Seattle and decided that it was time to go actually fly in some weather for once, because we haven't really had a lot of weather lately in Seattle. So I wanted to fly the Eclipse. I haven't flown this thing for quite a while, and seemed like a good enough night to do that. So yeah, here we are. This past weekend it was in the 70s in Boston. 73 F in C. That is 22.77777778 degrees Celsius for you non-American folks. And it was very, very, very warm. I actually had to kick on the air conditioner in my house. So somebody asked me this weekend, why don't you just open the windows? It's because I've winterized most of my windows, and like there's caulking and just all sorts of stuff that's in place that I don't really want to remove for 2 days of warmer weather. So because I happen to run a heat pump, I can very easily hit two buttons and switch it over to cold. And so I did just that. The air conditioner ran pretty good this weekend, which is a really strange thing for the middle of January. Today we are back towards normal, though. Today it's closer to freezing. Kind of a poopy day out. So yeah, it's more of what we would expect to have. Flying Coleslaw, good to see you, man. Denver, Vermont, welcome aboard. TMS Midwest Zach, or Team W Midwest Zach, good to see you. Right Rudder Sim, I'm doing well, man. How are you? Look at my kitty. How you doing, my friend? Airborne Horse, welcome aboard. Serby Plays, good evening. And Killer Quee, welcome aboard. Just want to drop in from the Caribbean. Oh man, taking any trips to SNA anytime, or Crip Stopper and I. Oh, Killer Quee. I'm gonna assume that's Allison. Judging by that message. John Wayne, we're not doing SoCal this week. I'll probably do some more SoCal next week. Yeah, we were down in Chino area last Wednesday actually. So, but today we're up in Seattle. But we'll be down there again soon, I promise you. We do a lot of flying into John Wayne. Window condoms. Yeah, so the plastic is the next thing I got to put up. I've gone through and caulked up and whatnot, or press caulk a lot of the gaps and whatnot in windows. So there's a handful of them, probably half dozen or so, that I need to actually go put the plastic up before it starts to get properly cold here in the next few weeks. But yeah, it was like 73, 74 degrees yesterday in the afternoon. And I think like 6 or 7 hours later, it was almost freezing. It was kind of sucked. But the worst part about the whole thing is it would have been a great day, a great weekend for flying, except the winds at 2,000 feet were 55 knots. Pilots were reporting, what is the PIREP that I saw? I was looking at some PIREPs Saturday afternoon, and I saw this gem come in from Bedford, Massachusetts. Pilot stated it was like a bucking horse. Moderate turbulence. So it was a bit too wind sheary and a bit too gusty for me to go up, even though I was planning on it. So it was kind of a bummer, because it would have been a nice day to go flying, but I didn't really feel like getting tossed. There's a whole thing about personal minimums and this and that. Personal minimums are whatever you're comfortable flying that particular day. And I was not going to be comfortable flying that on that particular day. So yeah. Servant, good to see Ian. How you doing, man? Yesterday was 74, and it snowed during my morning commute, says the Sure Not Found. Yeah, dude, it was snowing this evening when I went to the gym. We're doing well, Allison. Thank you. Good to have you. Happy Monday. It's good to see you. You guys got to come to Boston at some point next summer. Actually, I'll be in Vegas. I'll be in Vegas for a few days. That might be the closest I get to Southern California, though, in the next bit of time. So, Air City was supposed to fly Saturday. We had an epic known icing. Oh yeah, you guys got nailed down there, didn't you? Yeah, that ice storm sounded like it was pretty nasty across the country. And I have a friend who lives in Dallas, or lives near Dallas, I should say. They had like tornado alarms and stuff like that go off. And then the very next day there was snow. So I guess that's just how it goes. So yeah, we're watching the weather forecast. Supposed to go flying on Saturday. We'll see if that ends up actually happening. I have no idea if it's going to be the case. So yeah, that was my weekend. I had a buddy that came in. He's out here for work for the week. He stopped at my place on Saturday afternoon. We hit a couple of breweries on Saturday. We had some dinner here, had a cigar. It was a good night. Then we hit some more breweries on Sunday, and then he took off and went on his merry way. And yesterday I had an espresso at I think it was 4 or 4:30, just a little pick me up. And boy, it didn't sit well with me. So I did not feel good the rest of the evening. I ended up going to bed at 8:30 last night. So I got a fair bit of sleep. Spaceman, good to see you, man. How you doing, buddy? So yeah, we'll say some thank yous and we'll go do some flying tonight. So who we got tonight? We got Mr. Ernie the Cat. Ernie the Cat's with 37. I think that might be the first 37, Ernie. That is the first 37 that I've seen.
Retard.
It's entirely possible, yes. Did you get the first 36 as well, Ernie? Ernie, thank you very much, though, for 37 months. I do appreciate that. Cheers, buddy. Thank you. Dan Vermont's here for 32 months. Dan, thank you very much for your continued support. Cheers to you. You saw the livery on Friday, right? I flew your livery. And we almost wrecked the plane, but flew the livery. Flying Coleslaw, thank you for 31 months. Says he has returned. It's good to have you back, man. Cheers, buddy. Thanks for 31 months. I do appreciate that. Eagle 11 here for 14 months. Eagle, thank you very much for your continued support. Cheers to you, my friend. And last but not least, we've got Dasudia. Says 3 times the charm. Dasudia, thank you very much for 3 months. I do appreciate that. Cheers. Thank you, guys. Can we get a landing like Friday today? It's a little calmer today than it was Friday. So I'm hoping that's not the case. You got to stay in front of Bill. I like it. Is it a beer mug? Is it mug beer, mug vodka, or mug water? It's chamomile mint tea is what it is. I typically take the month of January off of all things alcohol, with the exception of when my buddy was in town this past weekend, because I don't get to see him that often. And him and I both like sampling the variety of selections of beers. So aside from Saturday and Sunday, it's tea and water for me this month, and coffee in the morning. So yeah, my giant bomb mug. It's good stuff. If you don't watch Giant Bomb, you should. I love those guys. Yes, the elusive fourth option. None of the above. So yeah, it's snowing in Seattle tonight. And I figured I was thinking about, I had no idea honestly what to fly. And I kind of wanted to fly the Eclipse, but I was like, I'm only going to fly the Eclipse if I can find something interesting to fly around in. And lo and behold, the weather up in Seattle is sort of poopy, and the Seattle area is sort of poopy. So we are going to fly in the poopy weather. Leaving out of Boeing Field. Boeing Field is currently 3609, 5-mile visibility, snow broken 400. So very, very poopy. Oh no, actually Boeing is sorry, that was Seattle. Boeing is variable 4 knots, 7 miles broken 1200. So it's improved a little bit, but I'm going to say that X-Plane is going to have the old version of the weather. Not that it matters. Make our way then down to the Portland airport, where it is 10 miles, rain, overcast 1300. So it's marginal there, but it's okay. We can deal with that. And then make our way back up to the Seattle area, where we're going to go to Everett Field, Payne. Snohomish County, Payne, Papa Alpha Echo, where it's currently overcast 400, 10-mile visibility, and they're saying that it's going to stay broken 500, overcast 700, overcast 1500. So it's gonna be overcast 700 by the time we get there later, according to the TAF. So that's also going to be poopy. So I figured it was an opportunity to come out here and actually fly in some weather for once, and take one of my absolute favorite airplanes up. Longtime viewers of the channel will know that I love the Eclipse. And I have my custom livery. I think this is the one that Coast Pilot put together, if I recall. This awesome Purdue custom livery after Purdue upset Michigan State yesterday. The only college football game, or the only college basketball game that I've seen in quite some time, actually. Scotty the Hottie, thank you very much for 3 months of support. I do appreciate that. Cheers to you, my friend. Anthrax, what's going on, buddy? It's good to see you. And Robert57, good to see you as well. Is it? Oh, you know what? I think I just figured. I think I figured this out once before. Is it Rob Herb? Like, is that like first name, last name? Because I think I keep saying it as one continuous name, and I suspect that that's probably wrong. So yeah, this Eclipse 500 is by Aerobask. I love this airplane. I think it's one of the most fun planes to fly in the sim. It's not super complex. It's not super difficult, but the sky view is really easy to use. The characteristics of the airplane are fun. You can really screw with an F&O or some other sort of event if the controller is not quite paying attention, as I have done many times in the past. And yeah, I just have a really good time flying this thing. As a Michigan grad, I approve. Damn right. Oh, it was good to see. It was good to see that game. So yeah, let's go do some flying. Put some people fuel in here. It's gonna be pretty quick for us to get out of here. So there's not really much to do. Oh, let's see here. We want to take the chocks away. Go ahead and close the door. Oh, you suck. What? It changed my output. That's not even supposed to be there. We had to restart X-Plane. It decided to change the output of my sim. It changed my default output. So hang on. I gotta do some stuff here. No, that's not the one I want. I want the sound control panel so I can disable this crap. I have to come through here. It keeps... So every time I update my graphics drivers, I end up with new audio devices. And somehow I've now gotten a new Realtek digital audio device. Disable that. Maybe I'm not going to have to. Oh, okay. Well, it used to be that if you changed your sound device, X-Plane would not recognize that, and it would say no, thank you. Apparently, that is not the case now. All right, 2 adults, 3 kids, no luggage. Go on a sightseeing tour here. We'll go and fill the tanks up. Take the chocks away. GPU's done. Doors closed. Yada yada. Fantastic. Yeah, right. Nick 007, good to see you. How you doing? All right. Well, we'll just hope that everything works, I guess. Okay, so bust... Oh, nope. So we want sys battery, start battery. Let's go ahead and put the parking brake on. Thank you. Oh, I think it is. You know what? I don't think it's... I think I need to reboot the sim. I think the sounds are actually hosed. Because there's no clicks there. All right, we're not gonna take any chances. X-Plane does not like it when you change the sound device, so let's reboot the sim. And we'll try this again. Because my computer's being a piece of poo. Drives me nuts that Windows does that. So whenever there's a new sound device added, somehow Windows says, oh, hey, new sound device, you must want to use that thing. And I'm not sure where that Realtek... I don't know where that Realtek device even came from, because I think I had that all disabled. Unless my computer... Oh, you know what? Did my BIOS get reset? No, BIOS didn't get reset. Okay, I don't know what it is then. I'm not gonna worry about it. X-Plane doesn't like sounds in general. Probably the one thing I have the most issues with things. But yeah, I can see that, man. Tim Rodo, good to see it. Rhode Island is neither a road nor an island. Let's discuss that. Yeah, Rhode Island's pretty tiny too. Actually, Providence is a pretty cool town though. I've been down there a couple times, and I've been a very huge fan of my time in Providence. It confuses me when my video card gets all up in my audio's grill. We have resident Rhode Island expert though, Mr. I. Servan here in the chat, who can tell us everything that we need to know about it, or everything that we would like to know, or maybe we do need to know about Rhode Island. How did Rhode Island get its name? How did Rhode Island get its name? Giovanni da Verranzo gave Rhode Island its name in 1524. He called the region Rhode Island because it reminded him of the island of Rhodes in the Mediterranean. In 1524, da Verrazzano wrote a letter that referred to Block Island as a variation of the name Rhode Island. There you go. Rhode Island, the beautiful coastal city founded in 1832 by George Road. Well, it sounds like maybe George wasn't the guy who named it. It was Giovanni da Verrazzano in 1524 that gave it its name. What is Rhode Island famous for? Rhode Island is well known for being the smallest state in the United States with a total area of 1,045 square miles. It's also the state with the longest official state name, State of Rhode Island and Providence Plantations. Compensate much? The last of the original 13 colonies to ratify the U.S. Constitution, it was the first of the colonies to declare itself independent of British rule, doing so 2 months prior to the other colonies on May 4th, 1776. Overachiever. Rhode Island never ratified the 18th Amendment. So it was the first state to respond to President Abraham Lincoln's request for troops during the Civil War. Despite its small size, Rhode Island ranks second in population density. I don't understand this sentence. Like, population density has literally nothing to do with how big the area is. In fact, the smaller the state, the more likely it is to have a dense population, especially when it's located in the eastern seaboard, which is well known for being the epicenter of the U.S. population. But hey, it's okay. Size doesn't matter, Ty, says Serby. Well, I think that deserves a... There we go. Also, this airplane running the old version of Sassel takes a little bit longer than others to load. Rhode Island's official nickname is the Ocean State, a reference to the large bays and inlets that amount to about 14% of the total area. The United States Census Bureau estimates that the population of Rhode Island was 1,057,000 on July 1st, 2018, a 0.45% increase since the 2010 United States Census. All right, then. Okay, let's try this again. Thank you for that detour where we talked about Rhode Island.
Connected to PilotEdge.
Oh yeah, there's the door working. Yeah, I got avionics fans now that I don't think were on before. Yes, now the clicks are there. The clicks definitely weren't there before. Okay, I'm glad that we rebooted because things would have gotten real wonky, I think. Wonky is a official, well-known, usable term in the IT world. Why was that thing broken? That was just kind of wonky. I don't know. All right, nav light, beacon light. Clear prop. Clear prop. Let the engine start itself. Wolfie 2671, good to see it. Oh, did I put people, do I have gas in here? Yeah, we got full fuel still. Wolfie 2671, good to see it. Flash 23, good to see you, Craig. The Rhode Island Public Transit Authority, RIPTA, operates statewide intra- and intercity bus transports from its hubs at Kennedy Plaza, Providence, Pawtucket, and Newport. Thank you for this Rhode Island moment. Celtic Arms, good to see it. The earliest documented use of the name Rhode Island for a quidneck was in 1637 by Roger Williams. The name was officially applied to the island in 1644 with the words, Aquethnic shall be henceforth called the Island of Rhodes or Rhode Island. I see. Well then. Oxbox, welcome aboard. Everybody say hi, Oxbox, since he's not talking to us. This thing get a sound update. It got an update, yeah, maybe like a year and a half or so, 2 years ago. It did at some point get proper sounds. It sounds pretty good, actually. Pawtucket is named the Bucket because the most valuable thing in the city is a bucket on sale at Home Depot. Thank you, This Are Not Found, for that bit of insight. All right, bring the air on. Cabin defog, we're going to want that. We'll take that later. Everything else is good. All right. Let's grab the weather. Let's grab the clearance. Let's get out of here. Clearance is 34.2. 34.2. Transfer that over. And I want to listen on mic 2, monitor 2. That's fine. Nope, that's the wrong one. Excuse me? Oh, that's clearance delivery. ATIS is 2775 is what I want.
Dew point -2.
Got it.
Altimeter 2982. Arriving and departing runways 14 left, 14 right. ILS runway 14 right approach in use.
How did I pick the wrong side of the airport?
Between Boeing Field and Seattle International. Expect aircraft above you on final. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact that you have information, Charlie.
Charlie.
Boeing King County Airport, ATIS information, Charlie. 0053 Zulu. Wind variable at 4. Visibility 7. Ceiling 1,200 broken, 2,200 overcast. Temperature 1. Dew point -2. Altimeter 2982. Arriving and departing runways 14 left, 14 right. ILS runway 14 right approach in use. Simultaneous approaches between Boeing Field and Seattle International. Expect aircraft above you on final. Read
Roger.
assignments.
Roger. Thank you. Thank you. 32.4. Okay. I think we have Brandon tonight. Hang on. Got it. 777 Bob, what's going on? I came here for flight sim and a history lesson broke out. Yes.
November 3499er Mike, one able advise you have the weather for the Redmond Airport and say approach request, unable vector to final.
Unable vector to final. Once he says you can expect that, we'll get our clearance.
November 909er Mike, Roger.
Boeing clearance. Good evening. Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra IFR Portland.
November 717 Tango Sierra, Boeing clearance on request.
Standing by.
November 909er Mike, cross Waldo, at or above 13,000, cleared RNAV, runway 11 approach, Redmond.
How am I in college with my spelling and typing abilities? I can't type for crap. Jennigan's good to see you. We haven't had BG as a controller for a long time.
Number 717 Tango Sierra, clear to Portland Airport, Nirvana 1 departure, radar vectors Buzo, and then as filed. Climb via the SID, expect 1000, 3 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 120.4, squawk 7056.
Cleared Portland, Nevada 1, Buzo as filed. Climbing the SID, 11,000 within 3 minutes. 120.4, squawk 7056, 77 Tango Sierra.
November 7 Tango Sierra, read back correct.
Turn that off. All right, let's do ye ol' flight plan here. This one's super easy. Insert waypoint, KBFI. Insert departure, 14 right, Nirvana 1. Okay. Well then, we'll make sure we brief this departure. Insert waypoint, Uzo, not Nuzo, remove waypoint, insert waypoint, Uzo, insert waypoint, KPDX, insert arrival, any runway on the Helen 6 from Buzo. No approach. Good to go. Okay. Let's brief the departure real quick. And then we will set the rest of the stuff up. All right, Nirvana 1 out of Boeing Field. This takes us, climb via SID takes us to 2,000 feet. So let's put that in. 2,000. Depart heading 135, 700 feet, direct Nirvana. Out of Nirvana, heading 135. RNAV, radar, yep, got that. Expect Buzo departures, expect radar vectors direct, or expect direct / vectors to Buzo. Good. And that's it. Great. I could deal with that. Okay, so we'll climb out of here at 200 knots, because why not? 2,000 feet is fine. Actually, you know what? We'll set it for 1,500 feet per minute initially, and we'll do vertical speed mode. So we'll pull the autopilot up. Heading mode 135. Heading of, how do I fly this plane again? 135. Set. Change you to sky view. Set. And then we're going to go to vertical speed mode, and there we go. So that's set. That's set. That's set. Great. Put our 1 notch of flaps in. Grab our taxi and recognition lights. Check our rudder here. Right rudder, left aileron, right aileron, full back, full forward. Cool. Oh yeah, the squawk code. 7056. Okay. Ground is 21.9er. And tower for 14 right is going to be 20.6. Peekaboo, you're behind me. Are you? Oh, there you are. Yes, you are. You're in the Epic, aren't you? Or the TBM. Are you the TBM or the Epic? Boeing ground, good evening. Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra near the museum. Information Charlie. Taxi, please.
November 717 Tango Sierra, Boeing ground, runway 14 right, taxi via Bravo.
14 right, Bravo, 717 Tango Sierra. All right.
Boeing ground, TBM 110 Tango at GA, ready to taxi with Charlie.
Air 110 Tango, Boeing ground, runway 14 right, taxi via Bravo.
14 right via Bravo, 10 Tango.
When I was here last, or I guess it was 2 years ago when I was out here, I watched a guy leave that ramp and take off Bravo 7 behind us. He was in a Cessna though, so his plane was a little smaller. That guy wasn't wasting around, or wasn't waiting around. Yeah, dude, this thing takes some power to get it going. Alex 17, born to fly. Welcome aboard. Good to see you. Coast Pilot, how you doing, Jeremy? You've not seen snow panic until you experience Portland after an inch or two.
Retard.
Yeah, right.
Retard.
That's in Flyer. Thanks for 16 months, my friend. I appreciate that. Cheers, buddy. The nice thing about this plane is how quickly you can just get up and go. I appreciate the fact that it's very simple to program, it's very simple to start, it's very simple to do pretty much everything in this airplane.
Select ground, Delta 965 with Oscar, sorry for taxi.
Am I a pilot, like in real life?
Salt
I
Lake
am.
City ground.
I'm a private pilot
Left
flying
taxi
small airplanes
via hotel.
for fun.
16 left via hotel, Delta 965.
And I have a good time doing it, too. It's fun. It's a good time. I got into real-world flying as a result of my time spent here in the sim. Thousands of hours sitting here in this simulator, for better or worse. Is this real life? Or is it just fantasy?
Southwest 88, you can continue down as far as you'd like, exit right, and then via Alpha to the ramp. Remain on
And Alex
the
17, more to fly. Happy Monday. It's good to see
Southwest
you.
88 via Alpha to the ramp, and I'll remain with you.
caught. Keep going. Go on. Ah! You will not beat me. You will not beat me. You will not beat me. Yeah, that's right. Crap. Crap. I think we got him. I think we got him, yeah. My check ride is on Friday for my PPL. Nice, man. Awesome. Where are you from? Where do you live? A lot of times people come like so the reason why I specify flying for fun and all that is I don't know if you've experienced this yet, but a lot of people will say, "Are you a pilot?" I'm say, "Yeah, I'm a pilot." And then they're like, "Oh, well, what airline do you fly for?" Like a lot of people just don't have any concept of the fact that you can fly airplanes and not do them for an airline. Southwest taxi engaged. How fast are we going? Where's my ground speed? 26 knots. That's Southwest speeds, yeah. Yeah, we're showing 29 true airspeed on the ground here, so we're doing okay. Got to make sure we get to. Oh, this is Bravo. Wait. Oh, we're definitely gonna be right here. Yep. Huh. All right, 20.6 is tower. And 20.4 is departure. Boeing Tower, good evening. Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra, holding short 14 right.
Number 717 Tango Sierra, Boeing Tower, wind variable at 5, runway 14 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 14 right, 717 Tango Sierra. Okay, lights are set. Camera set. Breakaway thrust. Come on, you can do it. Let's get our ice protection on for this departure. And action. Trims are good.
Approaching runway 14 right.
Thank you. Clear left. Clear right.
Entered runway 14 right. 9,800 feet remaining.
We're always on time, never late. Exactly when we intend to get there. Never a ground stop.
Citation 909, Mike. No traffic observed between you and Redmond Airport. Report cancellation of IFR in the air on this frequency or on the ground on 122.2. Change to advisory frequency approved.
Traffic, 4 o'clock, quarter mile, same altitude.
PSPs are green, airspeed's live. Positive rate. Gear. Forgot this plane's a little sensitive.
Tango Sierra, contact departure.
Departure, 7 Tango Sierra. Settle departure, Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra, 700 climbing Nirvana 1.
Number 717 Tango Sierra, shuttle departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 11,000, leaving 3,000, clear direct Buzo.
11,000, direct Buzo after 3,000, 77 Tango Sierra. Alright, let's go. That. After takeoff, gear up, lights are out, flaps are... on the wrong
Number
setting.
110 Tango, Boeing Tower, wind variable at 5, runway 14 right, clear for takeoff.
Flaps are coming up now. That's weird. Power back just a touch here. So why not? 200 knots. Go to IAS mode. Pressurization is happening. Yes. Taxi lights off.
Delta 965, Salt Lake City Tower. After departure, turn right, heading 295, runway 16 left, clear for takeoff.
There's 3,000. We can now go direct Buzo. Direct. Nav. We'll start the turn here. We'll do another direct here as we
November
get
10 Tango,
close to the
contact
turn.
departure.
Correct. There we go.
TBM 110 Tango 300 for 2000.
November 110 Tango, Seattle departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 1000.
Climb maintain 1000.
Sometimes we Maverick our approaches. Yeah, it happens. Go arounds on a thing. That's not true. That's actually not true. I do go around. I just didn't on I didn't on Friday because I was kind of done. Just didn't feel like it on Friday. Do go around once in a while though.
Retard.
Mr. Sanchez, thank you for 9 months, sir. You get to name the baby. Cheers, Stan. Thank you very much, dude. I appreciate that. Rum Dog, welcome aboard. Thanks for 6 months. Cheers to you as well. Thank you, guys. I hope y'all are doing well.
Retard.
Oh, yeah. Here it goes. Here comes the good part. Uh-huh. Every time, man. Every time it makes me smile. Take it easy, Casey. We'll see you later, man. Nothing like that view, Simmer ILL. That's right. V-Dub Love, good to see you, my friend. Happy Monday. Hope you're doing well.
10 Tango, clear direct Buzo.
Clear direct Buzo, 10 Tango.
November 9er Mike, roger. Squawk and maintain VFR. Have a good day.
So 2 fairly quick flights ahead of us. Looks like there's some rain moving into Portland.
Solid departure, Delta 965.
They're still reporting marginal VFR conditions, though, as of an hour ago. We'll see what happens once the METAR updates top of the hour.
Departure, radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 2.
Nick Barber, good to see you, my friend. Welcome aboard. Glad you fixed your internet problems.
Climb maintain flight level 230. Okay, crossing 10,000, resume northbound.
Right.
Delta 965.
So let me check this Howlands 6 arrival. And make sure there's nothing I need, like no crossing restrictions or anything like that. We have an expect on crater of 12,000, which we're going to be below. And outside of that, it's fine. So we'll get the ATIS queued up here. 2835. Pop you up there.
Challenger 401 Tango Sierra 1 clearance on request. Delta 965, clear direct Bubby, resume the rugged 1 departure.
Direct Bubby, resume departure, Delta 965.
Number 401
Ian's coming to join us.
Clear to Portland Airport, Nirvana 1 departure, radar vectors, Buzo.
Ian's flying the Challenger. So Ian just got the Challenger. And is quite the fan of it from what I gather. So we'll just leave it at 95%. There we go. I love this airplane. I would love to fly one of these in the real world. Yeah, you see the Challenger 300.
17,000. November 1 Tango Sierra, read back correct.
I guess technically I should have filed 12,000, but it's fine.
Delta 965, contact Salt Lake City Center 133.25. 133.25.
Yeah. So, what's going on this week? I'm running down to Norwood tomorrow to go play around in a full motion Redbird sim again. I get to spend some time building some IFR currency, and then I'm doing a favor for the guy who owns the sim. So, this year I found I'm sorry I won't have time for any meetups tomorrow. Oop. Okay, so the max speed on this plane is about 270.
Delta 965,
So
Salt
we'll
Lake
pull
City
power
Center,
back so we can maintain that.
2990.
But I'm going to see this drill not found this weekend, so it all works out. I set the true airspeed to be about 300, I think. Right? Oh, I forget what I filed. I think I filed 300 for the true, and that's pretty much what I've nailed. So I'm okay with that. Yeah, so X-Plane, once you get close to redline speed, the X-Plane will automatically lift the nose up on pretty much any airplane. And in this one, redline's not actually redline. It's actually just over 270 knots. So we'll keep around 260 or so, or try to keep it at 260, and that'll be a good max speed. Not really much in the way of winds to contend with here, so it's cool. You should buy a house for me, then you could walk to the place. Yeah, I know, right?
Delta 965, clear direct Jackson VOR.
Yeah, so I'm hoping to shoot 3 or 4 approaches in that thing, and then he's recording. The guy who owns it is doing a glass panel transition session that I'm going to be recording for him. I'm going to see what I can do about possibly setting up a stream. I might try to do like an impromptu live stream tomorrow from the sim, if it's not going to be too much of a hassle. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to mount the stuff I need to mount for that. Nuke Duke, I'm going to see you, man. Happy Monday. Do I have my IFR rating? I do. I am working towards my commercial and CFI ratings right now. I have the flight instructor's manual, the definitive one apparently. And I ordered another CFI book today that goes along with my aviation weather book. We were going through this a little bit last week. I'm looking forward to finishing this one and starting this one back here. It's probably what I will be doing Wednesday and Thursday of this week. The Sky Bible. Profile view. Sure. Let's go on this side. There's a little more sun over here. I'll be on the ground here in about less than 20 minutes, it looks like. Yeah, I got my IFR rating just about a year ago, flying up here in the Boston area, and I've done a fair bit of IFR flying too. For thankfully, I
7 Tango Sierra, contact Seattle Center 126.6.
26.6, 7 Tango Sierra. Seattle Center, Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra 11,000.
November 717 Tango Sierra, Seattle Center, Portland altimeter 2982.
82. That hasn't changed. It's a cool plane, yeah. Yeah, so when I did my long cross country last year, I flew most of the 19 and a half hours in the... I probably flew 17 of those hours in the system. Actually, we'll say I flew maybe 16 of those hours in the system. And probably 10 to 12 of those hours was intermittent IMC. Just kind of in and out of the clouds, puffies and cumulus and stuff like that forming kind of all around us. It's a pretty active... Especially the 2 days going out, it was a pretty active couple of days of weather-wise. So yeah, I wouldn't have been flying if I didn't have my IFR ticket. Put it that way. I highly recommend getting it if you get a PPL, and I also highly recommend not getting it right away. I went unless you're gonna do this professionally, but I went straight into the instrument rating from the PPL. I took maybe 4 months off before I I took probably 6 months off before I started doing training. But 6 of those months went through the winter time where there wasn't a lot of flying anyway. And yeah, I kind of burned myself out a little bit. So I would not do that again if I were in my shoes. But I'm glad to have it, though. I mean, getting the instrument rating done was humongous. I'm just sleeping that light on. Was humongous for me. It's one of those things. I put it to use. I put it to use numerous times. I'd say outside of my big long trips, I flew. What have I flown in the last? Well, let's check. So I've done 84 hours in the last 12 months. 20 of those were my long trip, so we'll say 60 some odd hours outside of that trip. And I'd say there's probably been 5 instances where I would not have been able to go flying had it not been for the fact that I had my instrument rating. Whether we had fog or clouds or something on the departure, or whatever. Flash 23, you're touring Purdue this summer. Oh, nice, man. When so what other schools are you looking at, and what makes you want to tour Purdue? Purdue is getting brand new Archers next year, by the way. If you end up getting into that program, they're getting brand new planes next year, which is pretty sweet. We're doing some pretty cool stuff with Purdue. My day job, my direct PDX, not technically, but more or less. We're pretty close to it. I'm on the Helen 6 arrival. Instrument ticket is so essential. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of VFR flying that you can do. Admittedly, I've only ever the instrument rating has only helped me log maybe 3 approaches, but the most of the I've had many times where I've been able to get above the clouds because I had the rating, smoother air, nicer air, you know, whatever. And I would not change the fact that I have my instrument rating for anything like that. I think that's going to be probably the rating that I look at the most fondly, because it's the one that opens up the ability to fly cross country reliably. Maybe not this time of year, but it does open that up pretty reliably. Do I have my own airplane? I do not. I'm a member of a flying club. My club has 3 airplanes: a 172, a Piper Archer, and a 182. And they're fairly inexpensive for me to buy into those, or for me to rent those planes. So I have a better deal right now for my position than owning an airplane. Put it that way. Mom wants to look there. I've already toured Riddle in Bridgewater State. Nice. Well, don't go to Bridgewater State, dude. Leave the area.
Calendar 401 Tango Sierra, Boeing Tower.
Riddle's okay too. Purdue, I think I'm biased. I had a great time at Purdue, man. Purdue was real fun.
November 11
highly recommend it.
Seattle Center 126.6.
But yeah, no, Purdue was a good time. I'll probably, my hunch is I'll be out there again in August next year. We would probably not cross paths though. As a college student living at home, leave, says Serby. Yeah. Just the hometown backup. Yeah, I guess it's good to have one of those. Except for the football. Hey, we're not going to talk about the football, okay? There was a time when the football program was fantastic, or it was reasonably good. It's funny. So here's a funny thing about Purdue football, and I don't know if it's still the way, but this is how it was when I was at school and when I was going to the games. It seemed like anytime the team was doing badly, they would throw a commercial that featured Drew Brees up on the scoreboard, as if to sort of pick up our spirits and say, "Remember that thing that we once had, Drew Brees? Well, we don't have that anymore, but it's fine." Yeah, see, exactly. Jay Barrett, what's going on, man? Good to see you, buddy.
Number 1 Tango Sierra, contact departure.
All right, let's see if we can pick up.
Departing runways 10 left, 10 right. ILS runway 10 left and runway 10 right approach in use. Simultaneous approaches to parallel runways in use. VFR departures, contact, clearance, delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and in flight following is requested.
Okay.
Read back all runway assignments and short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information. Golf. Portland International Airport. ATC information. Golf.
401 Tango Sierra, Seattle departure, roger, radar contact.
Visibility 10.
Possible pilot deviation. You appear to be climbing through 3,200 now. Your assigned altitude is 2,000.
Uh-oh.
Altimeter 29 or 82. Arriving and departing runways 10 left.
1 Tango Sierra, roger. Instructed to climb V. The top altitude should be 2,000 there. Climb and maintain 15,000. Clear right Buzo.
Approaches to parallel runways in use.
Ian, we're going to have to talk about this. It happens.
November 717 Tango Sierra, contact Portland approach 124.35.
2435, 717 Tango Sierra.
Delta 965% of pilot's discretion, maintain 16,000, Jackson altimeter 2983.
All right. I have Reality XP for the default 172. Is the Air 4 Labs 172 better? I've never used the Reality XP 172, so I can't answer that. I like my Airfoil Labs 172. It's totally fine. As far as which one's better, I couldn't tell you. I think most people will say the Reality XP is better. Or that it's not Reality XP, but whatever that is. Reality Expansion Pack, yes. That's what I meant to say. Jay Barrett did his third flight on VATSIM with ATC. Went okay. Fellas were awesome help. Nice, man. You didn't fly with us on Friday. I was disappointed. Portland approach, Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra 11,000 Golf.
We're 717 Tango Sierra, Portland approach, information hotels current, altimeter 2981, expect vectors ILS runway 10 left approach.
Okay, we'll grab hotel and then we'll expect that 77 Tango Sierra. Are you serious? It literally just changed.
9,000.
9,000, 717 Tango Sierra. It literally just changed.
Number 1 Tango Sierra, verify turning direct to Buzo. We're making the right turn now, 1 Tango Sierra.
All right, vertical speed mode. There we go. And we'll use the auto throttle at 250. So I use the auto throttle on this thing when we're in the descent.
Salt Lake City Center.
Because I usually descend this plane in vertical speed mode. Otherwise, it sort of goes boop and just noses itself down. So we'll thrust the auto throttle on. It'll eventually catch up here. Make our way down. Lights are on. Let's grab hotel.
Air rate 1. Arriving and departing runways 10 left. 10 right.
Tango Sierra flighting 210, descend maintain 6,000 vectors, final approach course.
Right approach and
210, 6,000 vectors, 77 Tango Sierra.
Approaches to parallel runways in use. VFR departures, contact, clearance, delivery.
Okay,
Advise
210, heading.
And if flight following is requested, read back all runway
Delta
assignments and
965,
hold short
6,000.
instructions.
All right, we have that. Oh boy. PDX, insert arrival, ILS 10 left, just say no star. That didn't load it in, did it?
November 401 Tango Sierra, contact Seattle Center 126.6. 126.6, 401 Tango Sierra.
Okay. So this is all messed up, but whatever. I'm not worried about that. Once it gets closer, we'll set everything up here. Okay. We're going to fly the ILS 10 left into the Portland Airport,
Number
I should say.
401 Tango Sierra, Seattle Center, climb and maintain 17,000, Seattle altimeter 2979er.
111.3.
Salt Lake Center.
Pop you in there. Course is going to be 103. Stream's going to be suffering here a little bit. I'm sorry. We'll be okay. 111.3, ILS 10 left, and approach course 103 degrees. We got 8,500 feet of runway to work with. Touchdown zone elevation is 30 feet. I'm assuming Portland Tower is going to be next, so Portland Tower is 18.7. Checked. And final approach course is final approach fixture should say is Blazer 5.7 DME above 2,000 down from there. Minimum today.
Descend and maintain 5,000.
5,000, some take us here. The MDA, so we're going to MDA, it's going to be 293 feet.
Not for you.
Okay. Set. Cool. Yeah, clouds like murder OBS. I just got the ATIS that changed. Yeah, that's how it goes for me.
Information hotel for Jackson. Expect radar vectors to the Dunmore VOR for the ILS Zulu runway 19.
Next time for you start in St. Louis, but kids. Oh, that's all good, Ben. Phoenix Ghost, what's going on, buddy? Yes, rep. Got it. Yeah, somebody. If anybody didn't chime in, like somebody here, I'm sure can talk about rep versus the Airfoil 172. There's my level off. Just leave the ice protection on. Forgot to turn the ice protection off, but we'll just leave it on for now. It's fine. Ain't gonna hurt anything. And there we go. Said I'm playing some WoW. Yeah. I played a little bit of WoW this weekend.
Delta 965, fly heading 030.
A little bit, not too much. Just enough. Direct Buxom. We're not going to go direct Buxom, but that'll at least clean up my view here.
November 11 Sierra Tango, descend and maintain 10,000, contact Portland approach 124.35.
Okay. What's the approach speed for this airplane anyway?
November 401 Tango Sierra, where are you navigating to now?
Uh-oh. Nope. References,
November
speeds.
401 Tango Sierra, Rogers, asking because you appear to be like 5 miles east of beam of Buzo.
Okay, let's see here. Flaps take off 200, full flaps 140, got that. So 200,
November
140.
401 Tango Sierra, Roger. 1 able to proceed direct
And
crater.
99 knots for our final approach speed. Okay, so it's
November 7
200.
Tango, correction, 717 Tango Sierra, descend and maintain 3,000.
3,000, 717 Tango Sierra. 200, 140, and 100 for our speeds.
10,000 with hotel.
November 11 Sierra Tango, Portland approach, expect vectors, ILS runway 10 left approach.
Expect vectors for 10 left
Okay, I'm going to
approach.
take the throttle myself. Find a magic spot there to put the throttle. That's what she said. Yeah. Perfect. It's like riding a bike.
November 401 Tango Sierra, cross crater, add and maintain 12,000, Portland altimeter 2982.
This doesn't quite seem accurate for the visibility, but we'll let it slide. Still looks pretty cool. Before anybody asks, we're using stock weather and stock clouds, because that's the next thing that always happens. And those actually look pretty good. Shockingly. Skybike. I like it. All right, field's over that way. Should get a turn here in a second. Got the localizer. Got the glide slope. That's a good sign. Thinking it's a bit thicker outside,
Tango
yeah.
Sierra, 5 miles from Buxom, turn left heading 130, maintain 3,000 until establishment of localizer, cleared ILS runway 10 left approach.
130, 3,000 until established, cleared ILS 210 left approach, 77 Tango Sierra.
November 1 Sierra Tango, descend and maintain 9,000.
Okay, so we lost the localizer again. We can cheat though.
401 Tango Sierra, traffic 12 o'clock, 9 miles. Northbound, altitude indicates 13,500, type unknown.
Okay, so we've lost the localizer for a second here. It should come back in a moment. We're turning ourselves inbound though. Still -1C, so we'll leave the anti-ice on. I can use this inbound line for now to navigate me in. After Buxom, we can go to 2,300 feet. Come on, localizer. Ain't gonna come in, is it? We had it briefly. That's gonna be a problem. We'll see if it comes in. If it doesn't come in, we'll have to go missed. Take an RNAV approach or something. Yeah, that yellow line's what I'm waiting for to come in. That's not good at all. All right.
November 10 Tango, descend and maintain
My airplane.
6,000, 10 Tango.
Why am I not getting an ILS? 11.3. It identified it. Identified the right one. We had it briefly, and then we lost it.
November 7 Tango Sierra, contact Portland Tower, 118.7.
18.7, 7 Tango Sierra. Huh. Let me try deflecting it. Nah, it's not doing anything. No glide slope, nothing. Portland Tower, Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra. We're in the ILS 10 left. We're going around now.
November 717 Tango Sierra, Portland Tower, roger. Climb and maintain 4,000, flight heading 100.
4,000, 100, 77 Tango Sierra. Okay, so we'll do heading mode. Vertical speed.
November 1 Sierra Tango, flying 220, vector's final approach course. November 717 Tango Sierra was the reason for the go around.
We never got the localizer, 7 Tango Sierra. Can we get an RNAV approach coming in again?
For 7 Tango Sierra, roger. Contact Portland approach 124.35.
2435, 7 Tango Sierra. Yeah, we had it earlier. Like, I actually had the ILS and the glide slope earlier, and then I lost it. Portland approach Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra 4000.
November 717 Tango Sierra, Portland approach, roger.
It's all right. We'll just fly an RNAV approach.
Delta 965, clear direct Dunwar.
It's all because somebody said earlier we never went around. There, it just bounced. Whatever happened there. That's so weird.
717 Tango Sierra, turn left heading 360.
360, 77 Tango Sierra.
Challenger 401 Tango Sierra, contact Portland approach 124.35.
It's like bouncing in and out there. That's weird. Wonder what happened. Torpedo, what's going on, man? Sometimes localizers play hard to get. Usually it's not quite that bad.
Portland approach, Challenger 401 Tango Sierra, information India.
Ben Wilson 534, thank you for your support. Welcome to the Beer of the Month Club. It's good to have you here, my friend. Cheers.
November 401
Appreciate
Tango Sierra, Portland approach, roger. Expect vectors ILS 10 left approach. Expect the vectors to 10 left 401 Tango Sierra. November 7 Tango Sierra, safe flight conditions.
We're above the clouds, 77 Tango Sierra.
7 Tango Sierra, roger. Trot heading 280, traffic 1 o'clock, 2.5 miles westbound, altitude gates 4,500, type unknown.
280 in sight, 7 Tango Sierra.
Delta 965, cross Dunwar at or above 14,000, cleared ILS Zulu, runway 19 approach.
Asking all the hard questions tonight. It's out there somewhere.
November 1 Sierra Tango, descend and maintain 5,000.
The localizer's a flirt, yeah.
November 401 Tango Sierra, descend and maintain 10,000. 10,000, 401 Tango Sierra.
And approach 77 Tango Sierra, we'll need the RNAV Yankee.
November 7 Tango Sierra, roger. Expect vector to final approach course, RNAV Yankee 10 left.
We'll expect that 7 Tango Sierra. I told him that just to make sure, get it all loaded up here. So let's then go to Portland's, insert, delete that arrival. Insert arrival.
November 7 Tango Sierra, descend and maintain 3000.
3000, 7 Tango Sierra.
November 1 Sierra Tango, descend and maintain 4000.
4000, 1 Sierra Tango.
November 401 Tango Sierra, after crater, descend and maintain 6000. After crater 6000,
Miles
401
10,
Tango
or no,
Sierra.
RNAV. Yankee 10 left. No star. Put this in here from Piter. Interesting. It's not, and if I don't put a star in there, it's not letting me put all this crap in. So I don't know, whatever.
November 1 Sierra Tango, flight heading 240.
240, 1 Sierra Tango.
Okay, we're going to fly the ILS Yankee, runway 10 left. Probably get it from either Buxom or Blazer. We've still got Portland Tower in. We've still got 8,500 feet of runway to work with, 30 degrees of touchdown zone elevation. Buxom at or above 3,000. Blazer will be our final approach fix once again at 2,000 feet or above. And we take it down from there. We'll be flying these as, I think we can fly these as LPV minimums. Actually, no, I don't think I can fly as LPV because I don't believe this plane will give me a false glide slope, but it will not give me an LPV glide slope. So we're going to fly it as LNAV minimums, which for this approach is going to be 413 feet minimum descent altitude. And we will have a vertical guidance, so LNAV VNAV, but we will not be able to take it all the way down to LPV mids.
November 1 Sierra Tango, turn left heading 210.
And then the middle of this
210,
approach,
10.
straight ahead 800, left turn 4200, battleground, hold there. Fantastic. Questions? Comments? Great. Does anybody know, a little IFR trivia for you, does anybody know why mountains are depicted on this chart, but mountains are not depicted on every single chart?
November 1, correction, November 717 Tango Sierra, turn left heading 190. One able, clear direct trailer, correction, clear direct trail, cross trail at 3000, cleared RNAV Yankee runway 10 left approach.
190 direct trail, when able, cross trail at above 3,000, cleared RNAV Yankee 10 left approach, 77 Tango Sierra. Okay. Let's get our speed back now.
November 401 Tango Sierra, fly heading 220 vectors, final approach course. 220 vectors for the final approach course, 401 Tango Sierra.
So let's turn to trail. Keep the dream alive. It's not LPV glide slope, but you can pretend it is. Now, we don't pretend here, okay? We're not going to ruin the immersions today, Tim. It's very important. I need this. It's very important for me. After trail, we can get out to 2,000 feet for Blazer.
Turn left heading 160.
160, 1 Sierra Tango.
Okay, put that in nav mode. We have our false glide slope.
November 1 Sierra Tango, descend and maintain 3000.
3000, 1 Sierra Tango.
Flyboy
November 401 Tango Sierra, descend and
4501, good to see
maintain
you.
4000. 4000, 401 Tango Sierra.
Put this in approach mode. In order for terrain to be depicted on the approach charts, it must be terrain within the plan view that is at least 4,000 feet above the airport, or terrain that reaches 2,000 feet above the airport and within 6 miles of the airport. Very good. I didn't know the exact numbers, but I knew that it was because of rising terrain around the airport. Okay, there we're starting down. Pull the power back. We'll start getting some flappage out. $200, 140, 100. I don't know. I forget what the gear speed is, but it doesn't tell us. It told us somewhere over here. Oh, we got plenty. 275 extension on the gear. No big deal there. Coming up on Blazer, first notch flaps.
November 7 Tango Sierra, contact Portland Tower 118.7.
18.7, 717 Tango Sierra.
November 11 Sierra Tango, 6 miles from trail, fly heading 130, maintain 3000 till established on the localizer, clear ILS runway 10 left approach. 1 Sierra Tango, verify, cleared ILS 10 left.
Turn air protection off now. It's above freezing. Portland Tower, Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra, RNAV 10 left, Yankee.
Number 717 Tango Sierra, Portland Tower, runway 10 left, cleared land.
Cleared land 10 left, 717 Tango Sierra. Trailblazer. I didn't actually get that. I just got that, Coast Pilot. Thank you.
Cleared Boise Airport, Summer 1 departure, and then filed to climb via the SID. Accept, maintain 900,000. Departure frequency 120.4, squawk 4443.
Alaska 595, clear the Boise Airport, Summer 1 departure, as filed, climb to SID 17 at 9er. Departure on 120.4, squawk 4443, Alaska 595.
Lights.
Southwest Correction, Alaska 595, rig back correct.
Iowa Scotsman, thanks for 37 months.
Service terminated, contact Jackson Tower 118.07.
2 mile final runway 10 left.
Number 1 Sierra Tango, if you want to start down, you can maintain 2,000 until establishment of localizer. November 401 Tango Sierra, turn left heading 200, descend and maintain 3,000.
So I start porpoising the aircraft. Yes. I know how to fly an airplane. Go down 3 green, flaps are down indicated, lights are set. Clearance has been received. Runway's in sight. A little unexpected excitement there, but that's okay. 500's checked.
Checks on tower, Delta 965 on the ILS, Zulu, runway 19.
Delta 965 Jackson Tower, roger, not in sight. Wind 18013, runway 19er, clear to land.
Minimums, continue land.
Clear to land, runway 19er, Delta 965.
300.
Number 1 Sierra Tango, verify you're receiving localizer, you don't appear to be joining. 1 Sierra Tango, roger, you're receiving it. 1 Sierra Tango, roger. Cancel approach clearance, left heading 100, climb and maintain 3,000.
Yeah, he didn't get it either.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Eventually we'll land.
Number 401 Tango Sierra, you're receiving the localizer for 10 left.
Ah, I missed it.
Number 401 Tango Sierra, roger. November 717 Tango Sierra, turn right when able, taxi via Alpha to the ramp, remain this frequency.
Right when able, Alpha ramp your frequency, 7 Tango Sierra. We'll talk to you in a few.
Okay.
ILS appears to be in hop tonight, yeah. PC crash. Ah, it sucks, dude. Hi, Wisconsin. Happy Monday, man. Good to see you. All you wanted to do was land. That sucks, dude. How close were you? Does X-Plane fail localizers across the network? It shouldn't, no. But if the localizer is programmed improperly, and him and I both have the same scenery that's doing that, then that would explain it. I didn't hear whether or not he didn't actually have the localizer. Oh, Atlantic straight ahead.
November 401 Tango Sierra, roger. Straight intentions.
Yeah, he must not have got it either. So it must be something wrong with the scenery. That's weird.
November 401 Tango Sierra, roger. Do you need a delay vector or are you ready to fly the RNAV Yankee for 10 left now? November 1 Tango Sierra, roger. Just let me know when you're ready.
Hey. What, break? Okay, turn the bleeds on. Oh, nope, not the oxygen. Turn the bleeds off. Gens can come off. Window defog can come off. 1 and 2. Close the bus ties. turn off the... Where's the avionics switch? Is there not one? Oh, maybe there isn't. Guess there isn't. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Portland. We made it. We made it. We made it to the airport. I just wanted the chocks. Didn't need the covers and all that stuff, but it's cool. Does PE follow all NOTAMs? PilotEdge would not have that pushed out to me. So no. Like, the NOTAMs don't matter. Most of the time, the NOTAMs don't matter. If they close a runway for a long period of time, then it will. Speedy Go, good to see you. Tricky Productions, welcome aboard. Ryan 67, good to see you. Nah, the ILS was in and out. Like, it was working. It just, for whatever reason, it wasn't picking that up. It's fine. We'll go fly the ILS up at the next airport because we can't. I don't think we can take the RNAV into the next one. But we'll see what happens. All right. So you guys know the drill. I'm gonna step away for just a moment. Go take a tinkle, grab a mint, and we're back in a moment. Thank you all for, if you're sticking around, thanks for sticking around. We'll see you in a few. If you're taking off, thanks for stopping by. I will be right. Is that a Purdue logo? Yes, it is. Hail to old Purdue. All hail to our golden black. All right. I will be right back. See Ian come in here in a second. At least we should. Don't you give up on me, Ian. All right, I'll be right back. Let me mute that. That's kind of crazy. I don't think I've ever had to go around an X-plane because I didn't get the localizer of the glide slope. That was kind of cool. That's why we sim.
Retard.
Jay Kraus, John, thank you very much for 34 months, my friend. I do appreciate that. Cheers to you, buddy. Happy Monday. Good evening. Legacy 2039, good to see you. Jayhawks, welcome aboard. Burns 242, good to see you. We're flying an Eclipse tonight. Yeah, the same thing I had, Ian.
Retard.
Legacy 2039, thanks for 11 months, man. Appreciate that. Cheers, buddy. Looks like Anthrax took off for the night. All right, KPDX, KPAE. Cleared 1,953 times. That seems pretty definitive to me. Battleground Olympia 2. How high do people go? This one actually goes east, so, you know, maybe I'll fly the right direction, right? Is it technically west? Oh, what altitude? Okay, what altitude do they fly? These that are too close to tell. Horizon does it at 20,000 feet. So we'll do it at 20,000 feet. No, screw it. We'll just do it at 16,000 feet. Save a couple minutes, looks like. Wake up. Is this classic stream music? It is, yeah. That's all. It's part of the stream night playlist. So, pulling some old stuff out. Nice, Bill. Anybody catch Matt Guthamo's video of his friends at Bonanza going into the Pacific? I did not, but I choose not to watch Guthmiller. For reasons. We burned like 2/3 of our fuel on that flight. This plane is not efficient. All right, folks, welcome back. Thank you for sticking around for flight number 2. Make our way up to Payne Field. Ian will be coming in here in a second. We'll wave and say hi to him. Flight plan's been filed though. We'll go ahead and get this sucker fired up and get out of here. Assist battery, start battery, best ties on. Beacon lights. Amp light. Right engine. Did you see the one of him going to Russia illegally? Did not see that either. I don't know when the last time I saw one of his videos were, but they're not really my style. Oh, thanks, Bill. Sorry. Truth be told, I haven't been watching a lot of flying videos lately. I've been watching... Oh, man. I discovered some awesome channels. course, YouTube won't actually let me see my channels now. I've been watching a lot of channels about how things are built and how technology works and stuff like that. There's some pretty cool stuff out there. Okay. There we go there. We still have Information Hotel, I'm assuming.
Portland International Airport. ATC Information Juliet.
No, it's Juliet.
0215 Zulu. Wind 350 at 4. Visibility 6. Light rain. Mist. Ceiling 700 broken. 1,200 overcast. Temperature 3. Dew point 2. Altimeter 2982. Arriving and parting runways 10 left, 10 right. ILS runway 10 left and runway 10 right approach in use. Simultaneous approaches to parallel runways in use. VFR departures contact clearance delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignment and hold.
Okay, we have Juliet. Clearance 121.1 or 120.12.
Seattle ground Alaska 595, holding short of
595. Mental Power, welcome aboard.
Seattle ground, runway.
We started at Boeing. We're at Portland right now, and just going to make our way up to Payne.
Right, via Bravo, Alaska 595.
I think you got disconnected.
Check some ground.
I don't see you online. Yeah, maybe something happened. That sucks, dude. It's not your flight, Ian, apparently.
Thank you.
Holding clearance Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra, IFR clearance Payne.
November 717 Tango Sierra, Portland clearance. Cleared to Payne Airport, Portland 1 departure, radar vectors, battleground, and then as filed. Maintain 6,000. Departure frequency 124.35, squawk 5015.
Cleared to Payne, Portland 1 departure, battleground as filed, 6,000 on departure, 124.35, squawk 5015, 717 Tango Sierra.
November 717 Tango Sierra, read back correct.
Okay. Alright, over here. Delete flight plan. Insert KPDX. Insert BTG. Insert KPAE. Select arrival. Any runway. Olympia 2, battleground. No approach. Good. Battleground, Cougar Olympia. Vector departure, on departure, fly heading 103, then radar vectors battlegrounds. No altitude restrictions, nothing like that. Great. Okay. Set the squawk code 5015. 5015, enter. And we'll climb at 200 knots to 6,000 feet. Not 60, but 6. Vertical speed 1500. Autopilot will be heading vertical speed. And the initial heading I said was 103. Set, 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 set. We have a climb mode. We have a lateral mode. Top terrain up there. We have our FMS set. We've got our transponder set. Cool. Ground 21-9er. And tower is 2377. No. Oh, that's what it is for 10 right. Okay, yeah, 18.7. Notch flaps. Let's set our trims.
Seattle Tower, Alaska 595, holding short runway 34 right.
Alaska 595, Seattle Tower, runway 34 right.
That was the wrong one to hit.
Clear takeoff runway 34 right, Alaska 595.
595. Put ourselves in toga power so we can get going. Pull the ground. Good evening. Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra Atlantic Aviation Juliet taxi, please.
November 717 Tango Sierra, Portland ground. Runway 28 right, taxi via Alpha.
28 right via Alpha, 717 Tango Sierra. Nice! It's my strong arm. Hey, good to see you, Brandon. Chillamores TV, all good, buddy. First approach, or first arrival into, or first approach, I should say, into Portland. Couldn't pick up the localizer. Lost, so ended up going missed at the final approach fix because we could not establish ourselves. And then the second approach, we came into Portland, and now we're taxiing our way down to 28 right to depart. My lawyer is telling me I saw a light gun clearing me to land. Of course. And it flashed green, right? Was it flat? No, it was a solid green. I'd have to pull out my light gun cheat sheet. Mental power, good to see you. We got everybody else. Yeah. Welcome to your hometown. We got a few Portland people here.
449 Jackson Tower, runway 19 taxi via Alpha.
We're gonna chase some snow up in Payne.
Contact departure.
Over departure.
283 is the new heading. Alpha 2 and Alpha 1 up ahead. Slapshooter, good to see you, my friend. Good evening as well. Seattle stole all of our snow. You sound pretty disappointed by that. 435 for departure. Golden Tower, Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra, holding short 28 right.
Climb and maintain 16,000.
Blocked. Golden Tower, Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra, holding short 28 right.
Number 717 Tango Sierra, Point 1 Tower, after departure, lining 280, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff.
After departure, heading 280, clear for takeoff 28 right, 717 Tango Sierra. Okay, lights are set. Anti-ice once we're up in the, almost immediately once we're up in the air.
Approaching runway 28 right.
Camera's set.
Entered runway 28 right. 9,700 feet remaining.
Thank you. Clear right. Clear left. Let's go flying. Hey, them's my shoes. We don't want none of them. I'm just kidding. I taxied faster earlier. We're racing a truck out of Boeing. All right, here we go. Let's go flying. TSP's green. Airspeed alive. There's rotation speed. Positive rate. You're up. Feet, flaps. So autopilot on. Relieve the workload here for a second.
So 449 Jackson Tower, runway 19, quick for takeoff.
Your ice protection on.
Let's take off runway 19, Delta 449.
Alaska 595, contact departure.
IS mode.
Yeah, wrong frequency there. 7 Tango Sierra, contact departure. The wrong call sign, I mean. November 717 Tango Sierra, contact departure.
Departure 717 Tango Sierra. Full departure, Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra, 2,800, climbing 6,000.
November 717 Tango Sierra, Portland departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 15,000.
15,000, 7 Tango Sierra.
November 7 Tango Sierra, clear direct Olympia.
Direct Olympia, 7 Tango Sierra. Nice.
Descend. Descend.
But I just turned. Brandon wants me gone. Is it default KPDX? No, it's Mr. X's freeware KPDX. Alright, direct there, nav. We good? Up to 15,000 feet. Here's our breakout. We'll turn ice protection off now. Where are you going?
Fear of conflict.
Why is it trying to fly an offset? That shouldn't be happening. Just put it in heading mode. That's weird. Why is it doing that? It's trying to offset it for some reason. Alright, we'll just go heading mode. Get ourselves a little closer to Olympia. I could just tune up Olympia too. I don't need to have... Let's just do that. Olympia VOR is 13.4. 13.4 nav 1. Pull that thing direct. Apparently it's not my night for navigation. There we go. Do that and go nav mode on that. Just fly the radio. I don't know why GPS isn't picking it up right, but whatever. It's like it wants to fly the star. No X economy tonight now.
Delta 449, contact departure.
The goal tonight was to get...
November 7 Tango Sierra, contact Seattle Center 126.6.
26.6, 77 Tango Sierra.
Alaska 595, contact Seattle Center 126.6.
The goal tonight was to find... Let's go find some weather, so this is like G8-ish Monday. Steve PHL, good to see you, man. Yeah, there's a payware. There's a payware Portland, but
595 Seattle Center, climb and maintain follow.
I don't see a lot of reason to pay for scenery at the moment.
449 Salt Lake City Center, ident.
Seattle Center, Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra, 12,900, climbing 15,000.
November 717 Tango Sierra, Seattle Center, climb and maintain 16,000.
16,000, 77 Tango Sierra.
Delta 449, radar contact 10 miles south of Jackson
16,000, put the map up there. Here we go. Here's a fun fact. I found it amazing, at least. At A320 mix, maximum takeoff weight is 183,000. The A380 max takeoff weight is 1.268 million. That's quite the difference in lift and thrust capability. Yeah, that's crazy, dude. Is it the A380 or is it one of the other planes that has like a significant amount of a non-insignificant amount of thrust or lift that's produced from the fuselage? It might be the 77 to the 350, but I thought it was the 380. Still pretty wild. From what I've seen, streams suggest the PDX is one step above the Mr. X freeware, but I don't have it personally. Yeah, but that's the thing is, like, it's never... Payware, like, scenery has never been my priority. So I'm not... With the new sim coming out later this year, like, the last thing I want to do is spend money on scenery. Because it's all going to be a very time-limited sort of thing. I don't own a single X-Plane scenery. I bought a few sceneries. I think I like the sceneries that I haven't gotten review copies of have been purchases on sale. Like, I'm not sure I've ever paid full price for, excuse me, for a scenery. Fireboot, who? Good to see you, buddy. Scuba Steve, welcome aboard. Find the flight beam scenery better by a mile. Love Mr. X PDX, but it does not come close in my eyes. Well, and I think that wasn't the well, no, the Portland scenery wasn't one of the early ones. Because he did like San Diego, he did, I think, what, San Francisco, San Diego, LAX? No, LAX is Payware. San Francisco, San Diego, and then I think he did Portland. He did Boston. What Boston? He's got Boston as well. And then he started doing Payware stuff, starting with Salt Lake City. I had the LAX Payware, and it's very, very nice. Oh, yeah, he made a freeware LAX, didn't he? I have an LAX Payware. I'm not sure if it's him or if it's Nimbus or who it is. That is quite nice, but again, I wouldn't buy it today. If you know you're going to stick with X-Plane, then sure, why not? He updated his PDX a year or two also. Oh, maybe I need to go download it. I'm not entirely sure when I last updated that Portland scenery. All right, let's pull power back. We want to stay below 270. Try 90 for now. It's like 90, looks like 91 might be the number. If I had performance charts, I could reference the performance charts and hope for the best, but I don't, so I won't. Dogs, good to see you, buddy. Happy Monday. 52 degrees in Gilbert. It's a little colder here. Yes. Sticking with X-Plane and 2020. I mean, yeah, I'll be flying both of them for a while. But I'll be flying X-Plane primarily for like a very specific set of airplanes. And once we've kind of run the course of those, I don't see, unless it takes a long time for Payware to really catch up on 2020, or I should say good quality aircraft to catch up on 2020, I don't see a lot of reason for us to go back and fly the sim. We'll see though. As a frequent flyer out of PDX, Mr. X is a good rendition. That's what I think. It's fine. Completely acceptable, I would say. Dude, look at freaking SoCal tonight. Holy crap. How many controllers they have online? They had 2 earlier. I got 2 right now. Nolan and Toby. They're hopping down there. And Brandon's got 3 in the air and 1 on the ground. I had the beta for 2020. There is no beta for 2020. I can confirm that I'm under NDA. May or may not have access to a certain alpha, may have decided not to buy a new scenery for X-Plane or P3D as a result of it. Yeah, right, Scuba? Glad you're happy, good to see you. What I can confirm is that back in September, I was invited to a press event out in Seattle where I was given access for 6 hours to fly Microsoft Flight Simulator. And based on my findings coming out of that particular press event, flying Microsoft Flight Simulator, I have decided that I'm not going to spend any more money in X-Plane unless I absolutely feel like it's necessary. Beyond that, I cannot confirm nor deny anything. Only to say, man, in that weather demonstration, boy, the volumetric precipitation looked real good. I'm super jazzed for 2020. It's the kind of infusion that this hobby needs.
American 5731, Phoenix
American.
Clearance to John Wayne Airport, Keys to departure, harbor transition. Plan is filed. Climb via the SID, squawk 6674.
Excuse me. Alright, Snohomish County,
American 5731,
2865.
Alaska 595, contact Seattle Center 125.1.
12541, Alaska 595.
Yeah, we're still too far out. Did they use the tell you the computers you were using for terminals? They didn't tell us what they were. Somebody had surmised or had seen or something that they were running 2080 Ti's. I know that I'm pretty sure they were 4K displays, but I don't know what processor or how much RAM was in those machines.
Delta 449, cross Carter at and maintain 15,000.
Gonna get some serious attention at Flight Sim Expo. We'll see what happens. I'm hoping to be a CFI by the time we go to Flight Sim Expo. That's my goal. Will PE be ready to go in 2020? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. One would assume the rumor mill has made it known that there are discussions about SDKs out and about, and I think they've even said that they're working on the preliminary version of the SDK sometime in the next month or two. So one would assume that PilotEdge will be on the group of people to get an SDK, but I don't actually know. Canadian Captain Mustache, welcome aboard. Are the CFIs in the States paid as poorly as they are up here in Canada? For the most part, yeah. I think there's a couple of very, very, very specific areas where CFIs are compensated well. And there are also specific CFIs around the U.S. who are compensated well, who are sort of like held to a higher standard, yada, yada, yada. But for the most part, they all make crap. I'm not doing it for... I'm doing it to do on the side. A little side income. And for some other things that I have planned. Oh, yeah. But yeah, I don't think CFIs make that much around here, which is too bad. But a lot of CFIs kind of have poopy attitudes towards actually instructing. Like most of them just are like using it to get in hours to get into the airlines. Which, I mean, that's what they have to do in most cases. But it kind of sucks. Like, it sucks for the people getting training to have a disinterested or I'm going to leave as soon as possible CFI. And it sucks for the CFIs having to do something that they probably don't have their heart into. Because I know some airline pilots that did not enjoy their stints being a CFI.
Number 717 Tango Sierra, contact Seattle approach 125.6.
125.6. 717 Tango Sierra.
Take care.
I will see you, man. All right, see if we get the weather.
Advise on initial contact. You have information, Mike.
Mike. We have Mike.
Snohomish County Airport. ATC information November. 0253
Seriously?
Wind 340 at 6. Visibility 10. Ceiling 300 overcast. Temperature -3. Dew point -4. Altimeter 2979er. Arriving and departing runways 34 left, 34 right.
RNAV runway 34 left approach and use read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information November.
Wait, let's make sure it's not Oscar now. Hang on.
Snohomish County Airport. ATIS information November.
Okay, it's still November.
0253.
Seattle approach, good evening. Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra 16000. We got November pain.
November 71 Tango Sierra, Seattle approach 6 November. After Olympia, proceed direct Seattle. Expect the RNAV runway 34 left approach from Seattle.
Okay, after Olympia direct Seattle, we'll expect that 717 Tango Sierra. Well, that was interesting. That's an interesting call. Okay. So let's get that RNAV loaded in here. RNAV 34 left. Oh, no. Oh, no. I don't think this is going to work, guys. Hang on. Insert rival. RNAV 34 left. Olympia 2. Battleground Seattle. Alright, let's go heading mode here. Let's sync the heading bug up. Which it is. We'll go heading mode. Once we cross Olympia, we'll then go direct to Seattle. And then I'll brief the approach. Buddy of mine had a CFI who would sit on his iPhone for most of the flight. Lasted about 2 flights before he switched schools. Yeah, dude, like it sucks. Now, I will say, it seems like most of the instructors around here, or I should say, of the schools that I've sort of interacted with, the instructors all seem to be pretty well engaged. I think a lot of the pilot mill type of instructors are instructing elsewhere. Okay, there's Olympia. Let's make our right turn, go direct to Seattle. And we're going to brief an approach that we won't be able to fly. I'm not confident that we'll be able to fly it. Put it that way.
7 Tango Sierra, descend and maintain 9,000.
9,000, 7 Tango Sierra. Okay, nav mode. 9,000. And vertical speed down. 1,500. Pull the power back. Let's get ourselves below 250. All right, let's talk about this approach. We're going to fly the RNAV, GPS runway 34 left into Payne, 9,000 feet of runway to work with. Final approach course 343. Touchdown zone elevation or airport elevation 608. That's going to be important. Payne Tower 132.95. We'll figure that out when we get a little closer. From Seattle, above 3,000 feet. Seattle inbound, we're going to cross Rario at 3,000. And then the final approach fix is going to be 2,000 feet at USDAW, USDAW. It's a weird name. The problem we have, we're going to fly LNAV approach.
So take a steer across Seattle at about 6,000, cleared RNAV runway 34 left approach.
Seattle at about 6,000, cleared RNAV 34 left approach, 77, take a 0. Okay, down to 6. The problem is that the ceilings are currently 300 overcast and the minimums are 500 feet. I don't think we're going to be able to complete this approach, but we will give it one shot and see. And if that doesn't work, then we will have to do something else. Might have to land with a tailwind on the ILS. So let's put the MDA in there. MDA is 1,020 feet. And we'll see what happens. Missed approach is going to be straight ahead 3,000 to the Ewok intersection and hold there. I'm on PilotEdge, not Bat Sim. Code Monka, good to see you. Never had a bad time in this plane. I agree. I love this airplane. My brother was a CFI. He was good, but as soon as he got his commercial, he went to fly executive jets for the power company of Florida. Yeah. A lot of people, excuse me, a lot of people do that. And I can't guarantee that I'll be good, but I think it's something I'm gonna stick with for a while. I don't see myself I have no interest in flying for the airlines, put it that way. I also don't see myself instructing full time unless my current company sells and I make a lot of money and I don't have to work in the tech industry anymore. And then I would go do my retirement job of flight instructing. But I'm not sure if I see that happening. Got our fake glide slope in here. That's good. I also don't see us finishing this approach, but we'll see what happens. Reload the weather. Paddle out. Good to see you. Just joined. Not sure who mentioned the never a bad time, but agree as well. That said, I always forget about this plane. Never a bad time was that Simflyer. Yeah, good to see you, Paddle out. Happy Monday. The dream of all tech industry employees. Company gets bought. Company gets bought, money gets made, I leave. Yes. Yeah, well, so the winds are 340 at 6. I can land with a 6-knot tailwind. So the initial idea would be to fly the ILS 16 right, which gets us down to 200 feet. So, I mean, worst case scenario, we'll just shoot the ILS 16 right. Divert once in a while. I mean, I've done diversions all the time. Like that's no big deal. Now, if I couldn't get in the ILS, then I would probably divert and go to Seattle or somewhere else. Seattle's conditions have improved to marginal VFR. Actually, Boeing is VFR. So if we could not get into Renton at all, or sorry, into Payne at all, I would divert to Boeing probably. Go back where we started. But a 6-knot tailwind isn't that big a deal. Especially with a nearly 10,000 foot runway. I mean, this is a runway made for Boeing 737s. Or no, is it 87s at Payne? Yeah, it's 87s to go to Payne, right? Not 7, or is it? I actually don't know. Somebody educate me on that. Not filling KC alternate. I mean, we could. I want to get the Payne though. And Dreamlifters, okay. 787s and Dreamlifters, got it. I would have thought most exec jet companies require an ATP, but don't know. An ATP is not always required for the right seat, but increasingly you're seeing a lot of charter companies require ATP in the right seat for insurance purposes. So it's not always a case where you need to have your ATP to fly, to go fly for like an exec jet or something like that. Exec jet may be a bad example, but for one of those types of charter operations. But increasingly it's becoming a thing that's happening. There's 737. There's 737s parked down in the desert now. Like I think they've flown those things down to Victorville and Mojave already. Like their final resting ground has become their first resting ground. Renton planned a 737s. We're not going to Renton. We're going to Payne. But yeah, Renton has the 737s where I learned that they can fly the 737 out of Renton, but not back in. So they take off, but they never actually come back and land, which I think is kind of interesting. We got my PPL in Europe. Will it transfer to America? There are some additional requirements to transfer an a European PPL. I don't know the specifics. One of them is that you would have to have your night rating, among other things, because night rating, there is no night rating in the U.S.
Delta 449, contact Salt Lake approach 135.5.
Yeah, if you're flying Part 91, you don't have to have an ATP at all. Now, most private, like most Part 91s, again, for insurance purposes, they're going to want you to have ATP minimums for hours. Like, a lot of Part 91 jets are going to want you to have probably 1,000 hours at least.
Good evening, Delta
to even be considered.
17,000 descending 15,000 with Quebec.
Delta 449, Salt Lake City approach, Hello, descend via the
Seattle
Nordic 6
just
arrival.
flew over.
Expect Dallas runway 16 left approach. Thanks for Quebec.
Alright, descend via the Nordic.
From here we can head down to
and expect the ILS runway 16 left. Delta 449.
3,000 feet.
Delta 449, Nordic 6.
Nordic 6.
I guess Payne Tower might be next then. 3295. We'll punch that in. I guess we'll find out. Outside the outside of the was it 121, 141? No, 121. Outside of the 121 world, you're generally being restricted in what you can fly by insurance. $1,500 hours even for some. If I recall, Max needed the full 1,500 when he got flew right seat in the CJ3 Plus. He did not have 1,500 hours when he was doing the right seat stuff. Technically, I don't think the time that he flew in that CJ3 Plus wasn't loggable, because he technically was not a required crew member, since the CJ3 Plus is single pilot capable, and the pilot was single pilot capable. Max did not actually get to log time, if I recall, in the right seat of that plane. Now, he got to fly it, he got to operate it and all that stuff, because, you know, the pilot was a nice guy, but none of it was actually loggable from what I recall. I have to ask him, though. It'd be the same thing. It'd be the same thing if let's say that I had a type rating in a CJ3 Plus, or if I had a second in command, and I went and flew in Max's plane right seat. Max is able to fly. Legally, Max can fly left seat, single pilot. So there's no required crew member right seat, which means whoever sits in the right seat can't actually log time.
The 7th Tango Sierra traffic is 2 o'clock, 2 miles, traveling westbound. Altitude indicates 2,500, type unknown, altitude unverified. It's likely to merge.
7 Tango Sierra, wind clouds. Looks like we just flew past him now.
The 7 Tango Sierra traffic passing behind now, no vector.
Lucky you. Or lucky us, I guess. I was able to log a bunch of right seat, technically one crew aircraft, but SOPs. Yes, so if the SOP of the charter organization dictates that you have to have two crew member, then you can log SIC time on that plane. That's how companies like there's a PC-12 company well, there's a couple of PC-12 companies. There's a couple of PC-12 charter companies that have 2 required crew members by their SOP, and both of those crew members are able to log time. But if you're flying Part 91 and it's a single pilot ship, you ain't getting any time logged in that right seat unless the single pilot is a flight instructor. It's super convoluted. Oh yeah, because in Max's case, insurance requires him to have a pilot in the right seat. That guy's not logging any time. That guy's still getting paid. You bet that guy's getting paid. Probably getting paid a day rate. All right, down to 2,000 after this. But even though Max can't can't fly single pilot because of insurance purposes, he's legally able to fly single pilot. So, yeah, his guy's not logging any time either. Up here it's PC-12s as well.
Iconic main tower,
older junk like Metro 2s and junk streams.
132.95. Good day.
3295, 7 Tango Sierra. We'll see you. All right, let's do one more weather refresh. Pain Tower, good evening. Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra on the RNAV 34 left.
77 Tango Sierra Tower, 34 left, clear to land.
Clear to land 34 left, 77 Tango Sierra. There's a final approach fix to get that speed down. We'll get that gear down here in a second. Intercept will be 2,000 feet and then down from there. Am I an actual pilot? I am. I have my PPL, my instrument rating. I'm working towards commercial and CFI. Unless Max decides to let him be sole manipulator of the controls, then Max is not able to log time. But yes, you're right.
Alaska 595 to Sydney, the Cayenne 3 arrival, landing east.
And I know of some people flying Part 91 that have that arrangement, where the pilot and the co-pilot will switch off flying duties on the leg so that each of them get to log time.
So the 449, approach 125.7.
Oh, we're above the glide slope. Oh, crap. Wasn't paying attention. Just got autopilot off. Down we go.
City for review, the ILS runway 16 up for approach. So the 449 for review, the ILS runway 16 up for approach.
2 mile final runway 34 left.
In the soup, in the soup, in the soup, in the soup. There's my fake glide path. 200 above.
500.
500.
Minimums? Oh yeah, there's no way. No freaking way, man. No way. Nope. Wait, lights! I got it!
300.
I was just about to go missed.
200.
Okay, go down 3 green, flaps down, and indicate a limit takeoff. It's fine.
100.
Keep a little extra speed in here.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Oh no. Oh no. Is there an FBO here? I'm assuming that there is. Don't know where it's at. But doing Air Wagner. Nah, we are fine, man. Castle Cook. Where we're going. Alpha 5, okay. Pain Tower 77, take a serious clear. Alpha 5, heading up to Castle Cook.
So take a Sierra right via Alpha, this frequency. Have a good night.
Alpha, your frequency, 717 Tango Sierra. We'll see you later, man.
Yep.
I should have had the anti-ice on too. Whoops. Might have picked up a little. Might have picked up a little ice on that one. Don't tell anybody. That was cool, man. I didn't think that was gonna work. I really didn't. I was like 2 seconds. I was about a half a second away from calling missed, and I looked down. I'm like, oh, there's the lights. We're okay. As long as I see the lights, we'll be cool.
449, contact me. Have a good day.
Oh, over there. Here we go. We'll go park next to citations. Julian SCRN, good to see you. Very nice plane. Down to the Josh, good to see you. Don't worry, the ice will fall off in the taxi. Shh. It's no big deal. We got it. We made it. All right. That was fun. That was a great night of flying. Distant chins, whatever. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Pain. I want the chocks. There we go. Huh. Well, there you go. It requires toga for breakaway thrust, yeah, which is, I think, maybe not super realistic, but there's not a lot that's realistic about X-Plane's ground handling. Sure enough, found. Thanks for gifting us up, Jerry Wagner. Cheers. Appreciate it. Text lift now to Seattle, yeah, right? All right. Oh, man. Let's go watch that replay. We're off PilotEdge. Yes. Let me do this. This. Kill that over there. Okay. Let's go watch replay.
Entered runway 16 right, 34 left.
Oh, there it goes. So it looks like I may have accidentally gone just a little bit below minimums. So we had a little bit of a Jerry Wagner moment there. How far? How bad? There's 20 feet.
400.
Yeah, I may have been 100 feet below minimums. Oops. What? Where's the tower way over there? Don't tell anybody. Please. I need this. Take it easy, John Morris. We'll see you, buddy. Them's my shoes. Have a good one. Just part 91 things, right? Check ride failed. I'll totally. If it was a check ride, I probably wouldn't have even tried the approach. Oh, look at how good that looks, though. And then some idiot does not have flare. I love this airplane. Really do. What scenery is this? This is the Drzewecki Seattle Airport scenery. Right there, I ballooned it. Keep the nose up, you idiot. It's all right. I missed the center line, but hey. Worst things could happen. And I missed the center line. Oh, well, okay, we kept the wheels on. Okay, that's fine. All right, one more. Let's come up here.
10.
10. Great fly. Yeah, it is pretty good sounds. They really did improve the sounds in this thing. How doesn't it have WAS? Well, this approach doesn't matter.
200.
This approach only had LNAV minimums. It did not have LPV minimums. But yeah, a lot of these, like, there's a lot of planes that don't have WAAS. I think Boeing, like 737s have only just recently been certified for LPV or something. I was reading about this the other day.
50, 40, 30, 20.
Sounds were real bad before the update.
10, 10,
10, 10, 10. You join that. All good. Yeah, that approach had LNAV and circling minimums. If we hadn't gotten the runway, we would have flipped around, done the ILS with the tailwind. LPV probably hasn't been that common for airlines to use. Correct. Most of the runways they're going into have ILSs. Okay. That's going to do it for us tonight. That was a good time. Here, let's hit the button. Because why not? Add drama to any situation. You're wrong, sir. You're right, sir. Take it easy off, Bravo. That's the Inception button. What else would that be? What is that? Come on. All right, who are we gonna go watch? I gotta find somebody here. Oh man, let's see. Let's go to Flight Sim 10. So let's go check on the X-plane side of the fence. See what's going on here. No webcam, no webcam, no webcam, no webcam, no webcam, no webcam. Liam Popo.